Oh, hey, Alice. How's it going? Good to see you again. We have Sky Daddy over here. You remember Michael. And we also have royalty in the building as well. We have King Lazy Eye himself in our presence. The king is in our midst.
All hail.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for inviting us.
Glad to be.
We were talking about how, when I asked you if you wanted to come on,
Right.
I was like, maybe I can get Michael to come on too.
Right, yeah.
And you were like, that would be a great fucking idea because we have a weird story about how we met.
We do. So we met in Murfreesboro when pop punk was like, if you weren't in a pop punk band, you didn't get to play house shows. You didn't get to, there even had like a music sorority at MTSU at one point. That was
I didn't know that.
So it was like really hard to get like shows and get people out there and stuff because there was even within the scene there was like, they did push people out. So there was this company, if you could fucking call it that, called TFG.
That's a really strong word.
They're a very strong word for what these people were. They were all in their late 30s, early 40s. One dude I witnessed build an EMP bomb out of the back of his Chevelle. Okay, and these people, I'm serious. He was like, if the cops try to get me, I turn this thing on, it shuts down the computer in their car. I was like, whatever, dude. Like that's your thing.
I was just asking you when I needed to load in.
These people would rent out these like business spaces. And we would fucking destroy them and have punk shows there, and then they would just fucking dip the fuck out. Like then they did that several times, like at 2 different locations, and yeah, it was.
I only went to the one location, the one that was like in the strip mall.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There was that one, and then there was the one that was like behind the bank.
I never went to that one.
Yeah, it got worse. Yeah, it got way worse.
I can imagine.
And the sound was always okay, but what was really crazy is that it was like 2 really insane dudes, but then like this really beautiful Asian woman that was like the head of like the face of the company, which is like, where did you find this woman to do this? Like it's crazy. Like she was like, she was like really smart and shit. But it was an absolute shit show. But that's where me and Michael met.
Okay.
Doing that. So
that's what's up.
Yep.
And how did you get involved with all that? Just people.
I mean, at that point, I was like living in Nashville, but couldn't get good Nashville shows, which nothing but love to the whole Murfreesboro community. I just started playing in Murfreesboro first.
Yeah.
Like that was like where our connections were, and so like I mean, I'm pretty sure we just shared like a couple bills together.
Yep.
One of those bills I was probably rambunctiously drunk for because I was going through a thing at the time.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Which is what we love to see. We're like, this dude's having a fucking mental breakdown. And I was like, this guy's amazing. So me and Greg always, Caligula Love was the band he was in at the time.
Yeah.
They were insanely good. He's still good, but I just remember the first time I'd heard music sounding like that. So
I think the first time I saw you was Quality Party.
Yep.
I think.
RIP. One of our like 3 shows.
Yeah, probably all 3 of them.
Yeah, which we're actually still like slowly but surely like trying to record material again.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like nice to see Devin and Steffi again, and
that's a super group.
Utilize Alex's space. So yeah, it's there's like no weekly meetups, no pressure or anything. It's just like once every like other month we'll get together and try and make shit
That's
happen.
hype.
Okay, but for Michael to say no pressure or anything like that, like this motherfucker's in every band in Nashville, I'm pretty sure.
I know, right?
Plays bass for literally every. I'll show up to a show like, why are you playing? Like, how are you? I didn't even know you were gonna fucking be here.
Yep. Yeah. I'll make my own connections and then find out that they know Michael. Like, and it's like, oh, this dude knows fucking everybody.
Yeah, and he's always doing stuff. Like, I don't even think he sleeps. Like, he's always always doing something.
And then taking on new activities, like on top of what he's doing.
There's a threshold. Like, my safety number is 4. Like, I'm not gonna do more than 4 things.
You say that now.
Every time you tell me you're playing for the day, I have to go take a nap. I'm done. I'm like, all right, that was exhausting.
It was exhausting as hearing that. Yeah.
I love naps.
I don't even like checking my bank account on my phone throughout the day. That's too much work for me.
Yeah.
Stress.
Yeah.
Stress.
Everyone's like, do you want to hang out? I'm like, I do, but like I don't want to like have to make the effort.
I want to hang out.
Yeah, I want to hang out, but I don't want to.
I'll have my people call your people.
Yeah. I don't even want to like move if you're even over here. I'm probably not going to talk.
Yeah, like it's not personal, but no.
Yeah.
Are you in Columbia? I'm in Nashville.
Yeah.
Are you in Nashville? I'm in Columbia.
Well, see, that's what's beautiful about where I live. I live out in the middle of the fucking woods, in the middle of nowhere, like on a 550-acre farm. So everyone's like, yeah, I'm not going to come out there. Your driveway's a mile long uphill, so...
It's an adventure. The first time I drove up there, I was like, am I going to die here? Like,
Yeah.
what's the long-term play?
Imagine when I was single, like, trying to, like, you know how hard it is to bring girls home when you're, like, literally driving through the fucking woods to your house, and, like, I promise I'm not going to kill you.
Baby, I promise we're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there. I know this looks like a fucking trail that Ted Bundy would take you down, but I mean, I promise this is where my house is.
You're not going to have signal. You're
Yeah.
going to be fine.
Yeah, there's no signal at all. It's very dimly lit. It's
Yeah.
in a cabin.
It'll be perfect.
It's perfect. Don't run.
Do you remember when I used to live in Columbia? You guys, that one of the three shows you get.
I didn't know you lived in Columbia.
Circle Drive, right? Like, I think it's Jefferson. Is that one of the main streets?
It was
there?
called Circle Drive?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Do you know there's like an intersection? There's like a steakhouse. There's like a gas station here. I think it's Jefferson Street. I think, something like that.
I'm not good with road names. I don't even remember any everybody's name in this room right now.
Okay.
You're gonna be okay.
From like the main road, you could see my house. It was like in Columbia. We had a few house shows out there. He played one house show.
Oh, that's where you got pulled over that one time.
No, that was...
In Columbia, right?
Yeah, this was a different house show.
Okay.
Alex was not at that house show.
Okay. Dude, everybody has a horror story about Columbia getting pulled over. Kate Clayton and Big Jed's got arrested in Columbia.
In Columbia? I didn't know that.
He knows the sheriff.
That's fucked up.
Anyways,
I got pulled over for like a Blood Sausage Sisters house party, which is a different band story.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, Columbia is fun.
Yeah. How long did you live there?
5-6 years.
Damn.
I was so like
I mean, I don't do anything in Columbia, or like, I mean, I go to the grocery
There's
store.
nothing to do there.
Yeah, except fucking fentanyl. I mean, if you want to die, go to Columbia.
Yeah.
That's actually on the sign as you drive into the city.
Yeah, the fences are made of fentanyl.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Fentanyl.
It's abundant. I wonder. So I used to clean pools also out in that area. And like, there was there's one estate that had like this huge fucking driveway. I wonder if you were his neighbor or some shit. It's like
I don't have any neighbors except for my aunt, but because I live in what they call like technically Santa Fe, and they pronounce it Santa Fe. It's spelled like Santa Fe, but don't correct them.
It's
You know
not
what I mean?
Santa Fe.
yeah, don't.
That's different. That's a different place.
I don't need
Santa
no
Fe.
goddamn learning.
It's great.
I ain't lived on this farm for 25 years to have some
Yeah.
city flicker telling me I'm
Yeah.
saying shit wrong.
Don't try to teach me. Don't try to make me feel stupid. I know I'm stupid.
So you're from Columbia originally?
Dude. I don't think I'm really from anywhere originally. Like, I was born on an army base. Moved to Alabama. Moved to Tennessee. Moved back to Alabama. Moved to Tennessee.
Word?
Moved around a lot. I went to 13 different schools in 12 years. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Or moved schools 13 different times, like from back and forth and shit everywhere. So, I was family's like nomadic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I guess good enough grounds to remove your children from your parental custody.
That's good. Like maybe training for a touring musician. Like
Yeah, no, that's why. Like, I mean, this is not really any big deal to me. Like, it's a big hassle on a lot of people, but for me, I mean, that's just what I was raised doing. Like, I mean, I can literally move in 15 minutes if I have to. You know what I mean?
seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah, just get up and get the.
There's a
fuck
lot
out.
to be said for like being able to do that and like not having so much shit that it takes like
I've
movers
learned,
and moving.
yeah,
down.
exactly. I've learned that the less shit that I have, the more grateful for everything I am in the surrounding world. The more time I have to focus on things that I do enjoy, people that I enjoy, especially now that I have a son. I have everything that I hold dear. That's material wise. I can fit within 4 square feet. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's the rule that I always went by. Because 4 square feet is how much room I've always had in the back of my van, back of my truck, back of my car.
Word?
If you can fit everything that you care about within 4 square
yeah.
feet, and that's all you need to worry about. I just feel like that's a good rule of thumb.
In a pinch, maybe you could even. That's enough to like fit in a pack or two.
Yeah.
Still
right.
fit.
And people are like, so like a minimalist. It's like, I'm not trying to live in a chalet over a fucking river with like a coffee table in a room and that's it. Like, I'm not.
The coffee table is where I draw
yeah,
the line.
I'm not rich.
I mean, that's kind of excessive. Do you really need the coffee table?
Right.
Just sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just now have a coffee table because I was using my coffee table as a entertainment center for a long time.
I've used
Same.
dead amps as entertainment centers for most of my life, and I find that dead amps make the best.
That's what I do. I have actually, you know what's weird? I got all my dead amps in one time because they were on the back of my car. And someone hit the back of my car and killed everything. I was like, why did...
fuck.
It was the one day I had all of my equipment in one spot.
Of course.
When I got like railed last week or 2 weeks ago
Phrasing.
now, that
phrasing
was,
there. I was getting railed last night.
I was kidding. Well, let me tell you.
When the back of my car got hit by another car that was going very fast, I had pedals in it, but I'm really glad I didn't have my amp or anything in it because they wouldn't be here right now. Yeah.
Did the pedals get damaged?
No, thankfully nothing really got damaged other than my car. And I thought my car was totaled, but it's pretty okay now. I'm just not getting it back until November 12th.
Yeah, and everybody in the car got COVID. I was like, what did the cop come to the car and start coughing in the window? How the fuck does that happen?
5 people, all I don't want to get into it. It was shitty. It's been a rough 2 weeks.
We both got COVID at very unfortunate times too. I think I was supposed to go to play in Mansfield, Ohio for 2 or 3 days, and I got COVID right before.
I was like waking up in my hotel room after playing a gig in Columbia, and I was like just checking in. Oh no!
Yeah,
and the whole thing falls apart.
I was so in denial about having COVID that I was like, because it felt like being dope sick. Because I was like, maybe someone's been shooting me up with heroin in my sleep, and I'm just having withdrawals. That's it. I'm just dope sick. That's all that it is. But no, I had fucking COVID, and I was really hoping that someone was giving me narcotics in my sleep, and I was having withdrawals because that sucked.
That's a game you're gonna lose every time.
Yeah.
Is it COVID or is it narcotics?
The chances that someone's giving you free drugs are probably slim. It's like, like stay away from drugs, kids. Like someone is just gonna come up to you and offer you a blunt.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Or like the Halloween thing, especially since it's Halloween season. Like
and then the only time they do it is give you free drugs is when they're putting like stronger drugs in the drugs. Like that's what I don't understand about fentanyl. It's like, why would you lie about how strong your drugs are? It's like, why would you tell me that your drugs are not as strong as they are? It's like, yeah, this could possibly kill you if you do too much. Like, tell me how much it is. Those are the only drug dealers that lie about it.
I mean, that means you're probably dealing with shady individuals.
Yeah.
This dude, you want to tell that story?
Yeah, dude.
Alice, Carter Vukovic's here off camera.
Hey, Alice.
Hiding in the shadows.
In the shadows. So I was going into Walmart on a Saturday morning, like 8 a.m. to go get a vacuum cleaner for a job, and some like homeless looking dude called me out by the company name, like he knew me or something. So I went up, talked to him, and made some story about how he needed money for gas to get back to Athens. So
checks out.
Yeah, I was like, all right, man. I just had a bunch of cash on me, so I gave him some. And then he walks me over to his car and said I look like I do drugs.
He's not wrong.
Sir!
Pulls out this big brown leather bag full of pill bottles.
How does he have that but he doesn't have fucking cash?
Right?
Yeah.
And then
Needed to get to Athens.
Hands me a green Xanax bar.
Oh shit! What you thought was a green Xanax bar.
And sends me on my way. You're right. So I cut this bar into a quarter. Cut that quarter into a quarter. And one of those pieces in half, crushed it, and I snorted it, and I passed out for 5 hours.
Holy shit, dude.
And I woke up and did it again. Passed out again for 5 hours.
Why did you do it again?
I don't know.
Life is hard. All right,
I wanted to make
Leave it
sure
alone.
that's how the scientific method works.
I didn't think about it. I didn't really realize that I had just been out for 5 hours.
Damn, so maybe it was Xanax.
Opened my eyes and freaking saw it.
Yeah.
And just kind of did it again. And then it was 9 p.m. and then it was 4 a.m.
Then it was 9 days.
No, I stopped.
Then I just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Now he's here.
Yeah. Holy shit,
But if I
that's
had
crazy.
popped that one Xanax pill,
You would have died.
Yeah.
Or went into a coma or something. That's crazy, man.
So don't buy pills out of people's vans, Alice.
Just don't buy pills.
Yes, don't buy pills. There you
Just
go.
don't accept any drugs either if you give someone money.
Don't
for
accept
gas.
drugs
Unless
from
they're
homeless
good.
strangers.
Yeah.
Unless
You cannot
Never
put
mind.
fentanyl in mushrooms. Or can you?
Maybe, probably.
don't.
Oh, you could probably
Don't.
hang
That sounds
out
like an
a little
effort,
bit.
but
Yeah.
if there's a will, there's a way.
They're a little powdery.
Is it?
Here you go. Here's some white psilocybin powder.
Yeah, No thanks. Actually, speaking of, I don't know if I could say this. You could probably edit this out. But last night I did a concentrate of psilocybin, microdosed it because I get terrible fucking migraines, horrible, verge of I'm probably going to have an aneurysm by the time I'm 35. I did.
Let's
some
not speak that into existence.
Migraines, and anyways, this dude he came to my house and this dude's been like straight laced. I've known him forever. He's from West Tennessee, but he brought looked like a cough medicine, and it was psilocybin concentrate and it's like this thick ass, it was like sap. He called it psilocybin sap or whatever. And I took like a very small amount. I took it, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it was like really lemony and super, super sweet and a little bit thick. It was thick as fuck.
What if it was mad honey?
I don't know. It tasted like lemons though. It didn't taste like honey.
Is that the bee honey?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a.
Does it have psilocybin?
No,
in
it had it was psilocybin. Like he made it. Like this
I'm not
other
sure.
guy made it.
I haven't
yeah.
seen anything
But
about it.
I took a very small amount of it, and it took my migraine that I've had for like 4 days completely away within minutes.
Wow.
And I mean, I didn't even. I did like get a little. I took a little bit too much, I think, because I did get a little bit like saw some weird shit, a little bit like some leaves moving. But other than that, if you did it right, I think that would be pretty fucking beneficial.
It's almost like it can be medicinal.
It's
almost like
it
helps.
was definitely
Hold
medicinal.
on,
It
what-
was definitely medicinal.
What kind of propaganda are you spouting? Obviously, the only things that are medicine are what the government
Right.
gives to us.
And you know what's
They
fuck-
wouldn't withhold something that's good for us.
And
would
they make you jump
I
through all
know.
these fucking hoops to even get that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was on antipsychotics for schizophrenia for Abilify, and the medicine itself, like once you get, you can get your prescriptions lowered, but to get this antipsychotic, you have to go through like a consultation every fucking time, which is number one a pain in the ass. To get there, I mean, I can't just go to fucking doctor's appointments and shit all the time. I'm super busy and doing Zoom meetings. I have no service in my house, and you have to talk with them every time. And it costs money every time, and it's just like, why do I have to do that? Why can't you just write me the prescription if you already know I need the fucking medicine? I'll stop taking it when I need to, or wean myself off or whatever.
Weird. So you have to get written permission for it every fucking time.
Every single time. Yeah. And,
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it was
No refills.
I immediately just weaned myself off of it eventually, and yeah.
That alone is enough to drive you crazy.
Yeah. Well, weaning, I did it smart. So I would started by cutting my dose in quarters and shit. Then I would pass out and I wake up and I'd do it again. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, hold on, bro. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I weaned myself off, and so I've been doing a little bit better since then too. So, but
It was a hell of a nap.
That's cool, man. My mom had a bad whiplash injury when she was 16,
ooh.
and she was on different kind of medications. She had chronic headaches, really bad, basically her entire life after that.
Right.
And from the time I was a little kid till the time I was around the time I was moving out, I remember she was on a specific, I think it was Lyrica, something.
I've heard of that.
They were giving her.
No, it probably is Lyrica. Both my aunt and my grandmother have taken that before, pain type shit. Yeah.
And it was
It's like a neural medication. It's not an opioid or anything.
Yeah,
pretty
because
intense.
she's got
It's like a seizure medication or something.
fibromyalgia, which is one of those things that's they don't know what it is, so maybe
Right.
it's not even a thing. Who knows? But
And that has to do with your your neural system or something, your nervous
I don't
system.
really
or some
know, to be
shit.
honest with you. Yeah, I'm a doctor. I'll just start giving all this medical advice. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But she, I think her insurance just ran out, and she quit for whatever reason. She quit the medication cold turkey.
That's
and
no
was
good.
out of commission for a week and a half, and I looked it up, and people die from the withdrawal symptoms are fucking crazy.
Some of these medications they have out there are blow my fucking mind when you read about them. So Abilify, they were sitting there, they were talking about it, and then they're not really sure how it works. And I was like, wait a minute, these people actually released this? They're we're not really sure how it regulates your dopamine receptors, but we know that it does. And it's why would you, how do you accidentally
We know on
make
good
that?
authority.
Yeah, how do you accidentally do that? It's like accidentally inventing the internet. It's I don't know, but you can see tits on this thing now. We don't know how it works, but it's coming through. And it's
the
working.
90s were pretty lit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because the difference between an SSRI and an antipsychotic is SRIs make your receptors produce dopamine, produce serotonin, do shit like that. Antipsychotics are okay, you're producing the wrong amount at the wrong time.
Okay.
So it tries to regulate it. It'll cut certain ones down. That's why it makes people that aren't fucking crazy sad. You know what I mean? If you're not actually crazy and you're whatever actually have schizophrenia or whatever, it'll just make you sad.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's pretty wild. I have like overactive adrenal glands, and I would just go into like fucking, like my adrenaline was causing like cortisol and dopamine and serotonin and endorphins just releasing my brain at random spontaneous times, and it was like, since I didn't know that it was happening, it was causing like external projections of like hallucinations and shit in my life. So it was like very physical, like it wasn't just like trauma based, you know what I mean? Like I mean I've had some crazy shit happen, but nothing that I would really call fucking trauma. I mean, you know, I grew up pretty wild, but I mean, I've, you know, been in therapy the whole time, so once I had any unresolved trauma, it was like literally a physical reaction within my body that was happening, and that's pretty fucking scary.
So, I mean, and we don't. If this is something you're uncomfortable talking about, we don't have to get into it very much. But
I wouldn't be on the internet talking about it.
That's a good point. I was gonna say, I'm interested to know your point of view on this because, like, where you're coming from and what you just told me. Have you ever had like experiences? This is something I ask everybody, but do you think? Have you ever had an experience you would consider supernatural?
Yeah, you know, absolutely, for sure. And actually, one happened to me very recently, and before that, I would always say that it wasn't supernatural, just because I convinced myself that that was all a delusion that I created in my head. But I mean, this is like, so I was going through a rough time, and I had a butterfly land on my shoulder. Right, my mom, I can call my mom up, have her on speakerphone, and she can vouch for me right now about this. Landed on my shoulder, and it fucking died right there. And then I picked it up, and I was holding it in my hand, and I was like, Mom's butterfly. She's like, holy shit, the butterfly just died. I was like, I know. And I was holding it for like 5 minutes just in disbelief, and it came back alive. Yeah, and it was wild. And I just like set it on the dash of the car we were riding. By the time I got home, and it had actually died. And then a couple of days ago, I got it at the gas station. I looked down. There's a yellow butterfly just like completely dead, just perfectly preserved right on the ground. Well, like I didn't know that was a sign that some really fucked up, crazy shit was about to happen. I get home. I have horses. There's 3 horses. There was 1 horse out, and then I go back down there to get them back in. There's 2 horses out. Then it turns into 3. There's no holes in the fence. They didn't kick the gate in or anything like that. And then we get the horses in, and then but while we were looking for them, there's like, I walked through a field, and I've lived in the country my whole life, and I've never ever seen this. I was walking through a field with my aunt looking for the horses, and there's a bunch of lightning bugs in this field, but they were all on the ground, and they were lighting up on the ground, like in the grass and shit. It was wild, like not in the air flying around or nothing like that. They were just like, they're just like in a stasis, just like fucking just on the ground lighting up. I was like something. I was like, we looked at each other like, she's like a Christian woman and shit. She's like, I'm going home. And I was like, yeah, me too. I'm gonna go home too. I was like, this is fucking wild. And then my granddad was a painter. He painted billboards, and this was all the same night. He painted billboards. He painted paintings. He painted hummingbirds. I mean, he was just a very incredibly talented man. And he loved owls, and the persimmon that he built our house, when he had his sawhorse cutting all the wood and stuff, I walked outside, and there was a huge fucking like brown owl in it, and just fucking took off. First off, this tree sits underneath a big ass light, and that owls, you know, they don't do that when they're trying to hunt. And it was just a sign that I think that some crazy shit was about to start changing in my life. I was kind of going through my own metamorphosis. And I believe it, because ever since then, like, I mean, basically, I think it was just really just a sign to trust, just to allow it to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To allow the change to happen, because I mean, I'm a control freak, you know. So.
It sounds like you have a pretty good understanding of your own like psyche and like what is real and what isn't at this point. So like, do you think you can distinguish if you saw something that was, say, supernatural rather than a hallucination of
right.
Or something?
So that's one thing. I've always been so absolute in my understanding, in my opinion, that I kind of think it kind of limited me to be able to actually receive other stimuli outside of what I could understand, you know, for a long time at least. And I think that really limited me, because, you know, I always wanted to know. I never wanted to be confused about anything, and that is a certain type of control of your surroundings.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that was, you know, a sign to, like, you know, quit trying to know so goddamn much. You know what I mean? Quit trying to understand everything. You don't have to understand everything. Just let shit happen and appreciate it, because it is kind of hard for me to appreciate shit at times, because I'm too focused on the next thing.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, tunnel vision, I get that too.
Right.
It's very task-oriented, so it's kind of hard to, like, peripheral.
Yeah, and I just, you know, like, my relationships suffer with, you know, a partner, with, you know, with my family and shit. So just had to really take a step back and look at shit.
I got you. So, what do you think about when that kind of stuff happened? Like, what do you think
during like that particular moment, or during like hallucinations?
Let me get more specific.
Okay.
Let's start here. Do you believe? Okay, so there's two kinds of aliens, the way I see it. There's like off planet, and then there's like interdimensional, like off this plane.
My dad would love you, dude. He's in prison, by the way. But he talks about that shit every time I call him. But yeah, go ahead.
So, I mean, like, I guess let's start with extraterrestrials. Do you believe in, like, life outside this planet?
I think that if you don't believe that life exists anywhere else in space, you're a fucking idiot.
Especially right now with all the shit that's coming out.
I mean, you have absolute proof that life can exist, in a fucking vacuum of space. We have proof that absolutely can fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you think that it can't happen somewhere else, and on a greater scale, I mean, I think that you're fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
It's pretty ignorant.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's one of those things like...
mathematically, it's ignorant. I mean, you don't understand fucking math if you think that it's not possible.
And we can extrapolate if we want to get like fucking like nerdy and philosophical. We can extrapolate all the way down to like, like Socrates. I think, therefore I am.
Right.
Like, what does that even mean? Like that, like
consciousness is your life. I guess consciousness really is, the essence of it. I think that, I don't really know why physical embodiments even exist. Like, why does it have to be physical? Why do we have to, like? And I think it's because to get to a point where you can be ethereal or whatever you want. I think you have to go through some sort of struggle, and to be physically on this earth is a fucking struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do with like the eternal balance of like both existing, non-existence. Like the fact that like for a yes there has to be a no, one there has to be a zero, for us to really appreciate whatever ethereal, flowy things that are beyond us, we have to kind of pay our dues and do our time here.
Right.
And or also, I like the idea that like we're maybe floating entities, and we're like, all right, I want to play this character this time. Bye, and then we just go and do that,
like a simulation.
Yeah. Not necessarily that every soul is completely unique and only exists that way, but more like there's like a giant thing at the center of all whatever's going on, and pieces of it will occasionally break off and play through a character, through your character or my character.
Right, to keep the balance of things, yeah.
Whoever
shows my character's a fucking masochist.
You're doing fine. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
Your story about your DMT trip with the Anubis thing that like showed you, it showed you, it sending souls down or spirits or something like that.
It showed me. Okay, well, I was clearing the bowl after someone else had hit it, and I thought they cleared it already. I was mistaken.
Why would you clear it that way if you were just like you wanted it to not be cleared, right?
I guess okay, so it was like half weed, half DMT.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I saw him rip it. I'm thinking this is mostly cleared.
Yeah.
Nah.
Which is good. I gotta go to work, so I'm just gonna hit this really quick, just to make sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be real quick.
Yeah.
You might be late, but it'll be quick.
I got way more than I was expecting. I think there's something, like... Because at that point, I'd already done it quite a bit. And I think there's something to be said about, like, not knowing you're doing it.
Yeah, unsuspecting.
Yes,
I
dude.
completely relate with that.
Because I had this fucking crazy open eye visual, man. I was sitting right here, and the floor... And, well, actually, like, everything became one texture. So, everything was this one solid color and, like, one solid object. So, like, the table was just coming out of the ground. It was an extension of the ground.
Right, and it all looked like it was, like, right there in front of you. I know exactly what you're saying. Every time I try to tell someone that, they don't know what I mean. They're like, mine was, like, all... And I was like, I don't know. Mine was just, like, very flat and, like, like, it was just...
Everything was, like, polygonal.
Yeah, right,
like,
right.
Mm-hmm. Like, I had a friend sitting there and a friend sitting here, and they both became like stick figures.
Yep.
Like, lost all their.
And you can see,
that's the thing.
Yeah, and you can see that the world isn't. It made more sense.
It's more real.
The sensation I get.
It's more real because you see how.
The sensation I get when that happens too is like it feels like it's happening. If this makes sense to y'all, in every possible direction, forwards, backwards. Like it feels like all of a sudden you just like walk into this assembly line of this scene happening.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Because then that's when like my table was cleared, and fucking Anubis started 3D scanning himself like lines onto my fucking table, and he's standing all the way up here, and I'm seeing this in open eyes, and I'm telling them this in real time as I'm seeing it. So like I'm looking at Anubis right now.
Yeah.
And I sound like a fucking idiot. I'm sure.
Like, sure, bro.
I'm sure. So like, at a certain point, like it's a lot. So I close my eyes, and then I'm on a fucking spaceship, which is like still the same. Like everything's one object.
Yeah.
And like, he's got stuff inside, but the ship itself is one object. And like, he's showing me things like gears and switches and stuff, and I'm like, out loud, I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm looking at.
I'm on drugs, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like,
I can't drive right
Yeah,
now.
I can't drive right now. I can't drive the spaceship right now, man. Call an Uber out here if you can.
So he kind of guides me to this one area, and this is what you were talking about. He picks up this sphere and this cube, and he puts them each in a machine, and there's like these two lasers on each end of these things, and they start drilling, and it carves into the shape of a man and a woman. And I'm like, okay, so that's the time it started to fade out, and I'm coming back to reality. And I'm thinking, like, what does that mean, though? Because, like, that's not how people are made.
I think he's trying to tell you to get a 3D printer.
Hey!
Start selling Anubis 3D prints, which is really funny. Because you know what? I have the figurine. I wish you would have brought it today.
Yep.
Oh, Anubis?
No, I have a 3D print made. That's like this stuff they 3D print hip bones with. But my mom's boyfriend gave me this, but it's a 3D print of a guy sucking his own dick.
It is the detail on it is
It's incredible. I mean, it is insane, and it's made out of like synthetic bone, so it's like durable. You can throw it against a fucking wall. It's like you cannot break this man sucking his own dick. So like, it's in a few of my videos.
It's the Ouroboros, the snake eating itself.
Yeah.
That's a holy relic. Yes. Next time we'll have to showcase that.
So you were visited by capitalist Anubis, not Anubis Anubis.
Yeah. Do you think that was a projection of like what you could understand, what would keep your attention, or do you think that it was?
I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
I mean, to the best of your own brain's ability, like maybe symbols and shit that meant something to you, something that you would pay attention to and remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It gave me a lot of questions to think about for sure. At least it was translatable in the sense that like I understood that this was like the shape of a man and a woman. I just don't as a human being.
Like, I know what those are. What are you teaching me?
Yeah, it's like
already had sex at Anubis.
Like are you trying to tell me this is how people are made? Because I know that's not how people are made.
Yeah.
Like I know that.
Maybe he's trying to say like we engineered.
Maybe
humanity.
the first people, like that was Adam and Eve or some shit. Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
I just think it's interesting when you have very specific imagery pop into whatever your trips are.
I've also heard that the way the distances between the pyramids and the longitude latitude somehow adds up to the same exact measurement of the speed of light.
Oh yeah.
Which is something I've heard.
I think
I've also heard that.
Something, yeah. Like the positioning or something like that has something to do with it like that. But yeah,
they're also like pointing to
like if we were supposed to be on this earth, if we were like made for this earth, like if we were made from the earth, why does the sun fuck me up so bad or fuck us up so bad? Like that doesn't really make any sense. If we're like, I mean, I definitely think that we could have been engineered. I mean, I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
We're getting into the next question. So like, okay, so
what's your address?
Social next.
Yeah.
The address is after that.
And what's your bank account number?
So okay, that's interesting. So do you think? Do you think it was something like Anubis maybe, like that 3D printing, or do you think like some aliens came down and fucked some monkeys? Like
I think that maybe they came here for resources and shit because I mean there's something about like when you like gold has multiple uses, a very good conduit, right? It conducts electricity really well. So I mean, why is it valuable to us? It has no reason to be valuable to us before electricity. But because it was valuable to us before electricity, we know it's valuable because maybe they engineered a slave race to get gold for their electronics or whatever because they knew it conducted electricity. We had no fucking reason to think gold was valuable because it was a goddamn rock. It was a shiny rock. What did it have any fucking meaning to us? Why did we start trading for it? Because it was valuable to them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
some
only way.
Anunnaki shit.
Yeah, that's the only way that I would.
What if there was something here that left?
Right, that's what I'm saying. They left. They
so
left.
on that similar the Sumerian thing, like the Anunnaki, they kind of did a thing like that, and like I don't know, like it kind of tapers off after Enki, basically one of them splices his DNA into this slave race and gives them enlightenment.
God damn, you talk to my dad. I wish he would call right now. That would be so fucking
Get him on, man.
I can't, he's in prison.
Oh,
He has to call. But that would be fucking amazing if he did. If he just happened to.
But I think, like, no, but like that. What's weird is that story starts to like, the conclusion just kind of just tapers off into history. So like maybe after Enki gave people enlightenment, kind of like you were saying, maybe we drove them off or we fucking killed them all.
Or he just like took the fuck off.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we're gonna go. We got other shit to hit.
I think there's some kind of potentially eternal truth to the notion of like Promethean energy to that story.
Yeah.
Like either we were given enlightenment and we weren't ready for it,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
the notion that there's something we can get too close to, and as soon as we like start to realize the truth,
Yeah.
like our wings are going to burn off. We're going to fly into the sun.
Maybe
or
we
we're
were
going to be
just like-
cursed to be on like a mountainside and have eagles eat out our insides for the rest of time because we can't handle the truth.
Maybe because we were made for this earth. If we were made for this earth, maybe we were just like a lot fucking stronger than they were. They're like, they're beating our fucking asses, and there's a lot more of them. Like we
That's
gotta
fair,
yeah.
get out. You
That's
know
fair.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know.
We'll
Like,
come back smarter with
yeah,
lasers.
Yeah.
They made too many of us, and
Yeah.
then we got smart. And
Well, they
then
didn't realize. Maybe they didn't realize. You know, that we weren't sterile or something. They're like that one's
Yeah.
fat. Why is that one fat?
Or humans
And then
just
they
fuck
gave
like
birth.
rabbits.
Yeah.
Humans just fuck like rabbits, and they're like 2 generations later, like, oh shit.
So how's it go? It's like they won't stop fucking each other. They're multiplying.
We shouldn't have made them like
They're
that.
building their own pyramids. We're not even telling them to.
Oh shit.
Like I
man.
know, the Sahara at one point was lush, and the a long time ago before humanity was supposed to, like the Earth was a few degrees higher, which you would think, because science tells you when the global warming happens, it's bad. The Earth floods and it's bad for the Earth. But the Earth used to be a few degrees higher, and during that period, I don't know if you like mycology or anything like that, but fungi was fucking huge. The world was very dense and lush, and so was the Sahara. Deserts didn't fucking exist. There was no reason for it to. So, the Earth used to be a few degrees hotter, and there was a lot more vegetation. That's when, big animals were huge, like what do they call those? Like megalithic creatures. I guess it would be something. I don't know. But, they used to be like fucking. What was it like? I guess like a possum type aardvark or whatever. They were fucking huge, and like once the Earth got to that point where it couldn't support that kind of life, the vegetation and shit became smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's been there's a theory that like birds come from dinosaurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they birds now?
It's like a lack of oxygen, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Makes them
there
Right,
was,
because
there
when
was
there was
22%
more,
more
yeah,
oxygen.
there was more, yeah. So there was more oxygen then because there was more vegetation.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's nah, man. The world was created 5,000 years ago. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
And dinosaurs, they were put there by Satan.
Yeah.
You guys heard that one?
Yeah, to prove our faith.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes dinosaurs more metal.
I mean, that's really gaslighting. That's
So,
really,
therefore-
God's gaslighting me
That's
into loving
true.
him.
I don't
Oh,
know.
shit.
I feel like dinosaurs was probably an experiment from.
Or they killed them
Alien
all off.
experiment?
Or they killed them all off and they
Like,
came down here
maybe
and they're like,
in
yeah,
the
we gotta kill
past-
these giant lizards. if
Maybe
we're
in the
gonna feed
past
these-
people started messing with
There's
DNA
gonna-
before.
There are gonna be certain people that don't know we're like this is satire. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are an industry plant by Disney to make movies.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but you spilled the beans. It's out of the bag now.
Dinosaurs cannot build pyramids very well.
And they can't melt steel beams either.
Yeah, they can't.
Dinosaurs can't melt steel beams.
Maybe that's the name of this episode
Yeah.
or something.
That should be.
So you guys have exciting stuff coming up pretty soon. You more recently, or more soon coming up.
It's not a competition.
Yes.
Well, no, but it is more recent.
Yeah.
But, November 6th?
Yeah, November 2nd is
Second.
the next Sky Daddy show. It's going to be Flummox again. We love Flummox.
They're amazing.
We're glad they fuck with us.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Flummox, Lines in the Sky, and a touring band called District 97. It's going to be our first attempt at an Exit In production. Shout out to Jesse Baker for helping us put that together. Shout out to Jesse Peck for putting the whole bill together. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
And I was also Ron Eagle on the 30th, right?
Yeah. I've got a Blam Blam show in Clarksville on October 23rd. I have a Wrong Eagle show at 5 Spot on October 30th. Sky Daddy show at XN on November 2nd. Then King Lazy Eye and Big Jeds are playing at Springwater on November 5th. Then Young Robot plays at Cobra on November 6th. Then I'm going to take a nap.
Okay, for the note,
So
he's
you're
only in like there's only one band that he just listed that he's not in. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I don't know how you have the time to do that. Like
He's
that's
a fucking
respectful
legend.
as hell. 'Cause, I mean, all of them are doing well, like really well. All of them are doing really well. Like about Big Jets through you. Like Clayton's become like a really good friend of mine.
Clay's the shit.
Yeah,
Clay's
and
my
like you
favorite
guys,
human being.
like every band that you listed are all doing like
And-
really good things. Like I only have time for one. I don't know how you do it. I think that you're.
They're
might be
also
on and on.
different too.
What? Oh yeah, they're all very
they're
different.
Very fucking
different.
sound. Yeah, like
I mean, the only reason I stay sane is like
The drugs.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
and drugs.
Boundaries.
Oh, okay,
How do
sorry.
you can't tell me like you do all that shit that you have boundaries because that means you like.
Well, no, it's about boundaries in the relationship of like what I'm doing.
Right.
Like I'm going to keep steering the ship on Young Robot. With a few of those, like I will offer my dialogue and my opinion, but I'm not necessarily trying to direct it or steer it anywhere. So it's more about just like offering as much time and energy as I can, and then pulling back from it. Because like I love every band that I'm in. Am I like thinking about ways to optimize them 24/7? No.
Yeah.
It's just about like allocating time and like making sure you're doing the right thing at the right place and making sure you don't overextend yourself, even though it sounds like I'm overextending. Macrodosing.
Yeah,
it's all about
macrodosing.
macrodosing.
Yeah, I did a little macrodosing myself.
Let me wind back because you said something I didn't know. You guys are playing on the 5th in Springwater.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, November 5th.
Yeah,
what's
November 5th. King Lazy Eye, Big Jets, Big Rigs, Casey Joe and the Friday Night Dads, and Red River Hymn.
Okay, word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be seeing a lot of you guys here pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah, come hang.
I don't know why I said that so like sad about it. Like
Yeah.
like Eeyore.
Gosh, I guess I'll be seeing y'all kind of soon, maybe.
Big Eeyore vibes.
Sorry.
Just wait for the house to fall down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. It's really cool to see, like, I know this has been a trying time for a lot of artists, like not this year, but the previous year.
What's
And
weird about that is that COVID is the best fucking thing that ever happened to me or my career.
I was just about
Man
to say,
came
some
up
people-
during
Yeah,
quarantine.
because I mean I had
Some people blossom during it, and some people, like, they just take that
regressed.
time and get lazy with it. But so it's really
Right.
cool to see King Lazy Eye not getting lazy with it.
right, which I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, I was a pretty bad alcoholic for like a decade, which I mean, I'm only 27, so I mean, that's a large chunk of being drunk. But so when that happened, I mean, I went through, I got out of the psychiatric hospital, and as soon as I did that, COVID hit like that. So then I was like, I kept getting arrested. I was going to jail a lot, and I really needed to do something to focus my time on. Really, I mean, I'd gotten away from music for I was always playing music, but I was still writing, but I was not like trying to perform or to really do anything with it. My life had no fucking direction. And then once nobody's life had any fucking direction, there was no agenda, and everybody's life came to a halt. Those expectations of who I was supposed to be from other people ceased. So it kind of gave me room to fucking find out who the fuck that I was. You know what I mean? While everyone's hiding from a cough, I'm sitting here, like trying to, I'm plotting, trying to, better my life.
What are we gonna do today?
Yeah.
Try to take over the world.
Same thing we do every day,
Yeah,
Pinky.
Yep. So like then I
Make content.
I really
Yeah.
really have to thank my buddy John Holt, who really kind of brought me into his his studio, which is like his bedroom and shit. He's an amazing hip hop artist too. He does really everything, filming all that shit, and he made me come there, and we recorded 25 with one microphone, one take, and just put it on the fucking internet.
Okay.
And from there, like, it may not be ever good recording or anything like that, but I mean, it kind of gave me like the motivation, which I mean, I always say this, I hate motivation. Discipline is more important, but it kind of gave me the motivation to even set discipline into motion, to decide to be disciplined to it. You know what I mean? To actually give myself a schedule of what I need to do and when I need to do it. So yeah, COVID was actually not that bad for me.
Nice.
I've had COVID, so.
Yeah, I
Or
got
drugs, I can't remember. It was either withdrawals or COVID, I don't know.
I got sick at like February 2020, and then like I found out about this shit like a week later.
Yeah. That's exactly that's when I got really sick, but I don't know if I had COVID or not. So
I don't really either.
I used to tint windows and shit like that. So, I mean, I was touching people inside of people's cars and shit, which was pretty fucking dirty. And then one day I was just like really fucking sick, and I was like, I know it was that guy that fucking ashes in his fucking. He had like a cup holder, and this dude would put blunts out in his cup holder in like every car that we would tint. And I was like, why does he fucking do that? It's so weird. You don't drink stuff.
No,
Yeah.
just smoke.
I just smoke blunts and ash in
Smoke
my
weed
cup
every
holder.
day.
There's no water in this,
Yeah.
man. It's just
Yeah.
smoke.
I know I got sick from that dude's Crown Vic. I know it.
Yeah, no, it probably was COVID because I was delivering pizzas at the time. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, especially if you were coughing on them.
Yeah, I was for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I found out about COVID and I stopped, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was definitely,
That's-
coughing, jerking, doing
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, those pizzas.
Yeah, just feeling the warmth.
I didn't order extra ranch on this pizza.
I just like to keep my hand that far above the pizza and just feel the warmth from it. You know what I mean? And
Put
just-
my chi into it.
Yeah. Greg,
Yeah.
Greg delivers pizzas, my drummer, and he's like a professional pizza delivery driver. Like he's like really good.
That's the
He's got it
thing.
down to-
Musicians do that from time to time.
Yeah, he's got it down to a science. Yeah, it's crazy.
Shout out to Greg. We love you, Greg.
Hey, it's American Heroes pizza delivery service.
Yeah.
God bless our troops.
God bless Domino's.
By the troops, we mean exclusively the ones that work for Domino's.
Yeah.
Like fuck Papa John's.
No.
It's all about that.
Papa knows what he did.
Why put sugar in the sauce? I don't get that. Why does it have to be so goddamn sweet? You know?
Because Americans like sweet shit and we
It's
get addicted
gross.
to sucrose.
It's gross, dude. It doesn't taste
Yeah,
right.
pizza sauce should not be sweet.
No, if you hand me a piece of pizza and it's sweet, I'm gonna throw it into your fucking face.
As you should.
Yeah.
It's not right.
We have that on his rider for all of his shows.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's probably not gonna be anyone to bring pizza, but just in case,
I keep a taste tester with me at all times. Just taste this pizza.
Drug testing kits? No, we have
Yeah.
pizza testing kits.
the King's official taste tester is exclusively just for shitty pizza
Yeah.
sauce. Fuck that noise. There's no time for that.
It's hard out here.
I'm gonna send this to my probation officer when it gets done.
That's the best part.
Just because he can't prove anything that I've said, and you can't drug test for hallucinogens. So.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Good luck giving me a spinal tap, Joseph.
But this will surely not create any issues in the future.
Which is okay, because he's a pretty cool guy. This dude, my probation officer, man, he is old. I mean, he is ancient. Not only is he in a wheelchair, he's strapped to the fucking wheelchair with a belt, around his thing. The first
He's
day I went
still
in there.
working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they let him leave because he's in the same spot every time. I don't know if they I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's always in there. And when he's not working, he's just sitting in the fucking dark. That's what I picture in my head, and it's sad.
It's still better than retiring.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's so I'm supposed to pay $120 because I don't pay my court payments. Which, by the way, they can't take you to jail for not paying your court costs. That was a law passed in Tennessee. They'll make you believe that. It's bullshit. They cannot take you to jail for not paying court costs. You'll just be in medical debt, which is non-existent.
Knowledge is power.
Woo! And
good to know.
So he's so you need to double up on your court cost payments plus your probation payments, which you do have to make your probation payments. I'm I'll make my probation payments. I'm not going to pay the court cost. And he's that's all right. I'm I know it is. Legally, I know that. So
That's
don't
great.
pay court costs.
And so, you got the dude from Family Guy as your probation officer.
Pretty much.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Thanks.
Yeah, his name's Joseph. Yeah, his name's
My
Joseph.
first-
Oh shit.
Yeah, his name's Joseph.
What?
Yeah, in fact, he kind of fucked up because I told him, he was you can't leave the state. This. I was I have to leave the state. I was I play music out of state pretty much all the time. I'm pretty much never even in the state. And he was well, here's my number. Here's my personal number. Just text me when you leave the state. So I'll just text him at weird fucking times. What are you doing? And he has his red receipts on, so I know he reads it. You know what I mean? He's reading it at fucking 3 a.m. and he just never says anything back. But he never says anything when I come and
That's
report
great.
or anything like that. So
He sounds pretty chill.
yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out to Joe, man.
Think about taking it to the next level and just taking picture of shit that I know sketchy shit's going on just on display. Just letting you know I had nothing to do with any of this. I'm just letting you know.
I just happen to be
I
here.
just happen to be here, just in case something does happen.
It's
But
pretty
I feel like that's
impressive.
just flirting with danger, which
Yeah.
I gotta stop doing
Yeah.
that.
Let's
I'm an
toe the
adrenaline
line.
junkie in a different kind of way. Like I'm not jumping out of airplanes, but I'm like, maybe do fentanyl on accident. You know what I'm saying?
No.
There's
I don't know what you're
I'm
saying.
just
I
joking.
know it's fun.
You reminded me. I went to Gatlinburg not too long ago. Did I tell you this story?
Uh-huh.
And I took like somewhere between an eighth and a quarter of penis envy mushrooms.
Oh shit! It's like the second strongest strain of mushrooms on the planet. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
and then I went to Dollywood.
Holy shit! That sounds magical.
Yeah, so I thought it was gonna make the roller coasters
Fun.
like more intense,
Yeah.
to like this is what was going on the whole day. But there's like one experience that, like sums up the whole day. We did one of those ones that just goes. It's not even a roller coaster. They just go straight in the fucking air and then just come down. You know what I'm talking
Why is
about?
that fun to people? I never get that. It's like you want
Because
to
you never know when they're going to
It's-
drop you.
You
it's
never
like-
know when you never know when
Yeah.
there's gonna be a mechanical failure and kill you, your whole family.
That's the fun.
Mush you to
Yeah.
the ground.
That's
Yeah.
it. You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. That's
And
what it is.
like wooden roller coasters. That is 100% the appeal. It's like this could kill me.
Yeah,
That's fucking lit.
that's what's. I'm not scared of heights or going fast. I mean, my criminal record will show that. But like, I'm scared of like men designing things. You know what I mean?
it's dude. I was
it's a
thinking-
mechanical failure
yeah.
thing for me.
No, like you're like touching on what like so. I'm tripping balls, and I'm at top of this fucking thing, and it drops, and I'm in free fall, and there is no adrenaline in my body whatsoever.
So
I am so disconnected from what's happening.
Just placid as fuck. Just
Yeah.
like
God, I wish I could
And
feel
my friends
something.
are like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, that was crazy," and I'm like, "You guys have no idea," because like I'm just like so deep in like philosophy and these weird thoughts
No
that at a
fear.
certain point, and I don't know, maybe, like, it's weird. I've had something like kind of like this happen before, but the thoughts I was having kind of took on like a narrative voice in my head,
right.
like it was talking to me.
Well, I mean, like I also do when you eliminate fear out of your life. Like if you're able to do whatever way you do it, whether it be like adrenaline can cause fear, but it can eliminate fear, or however you do it through meditation or whatever. When you eliminate fear out of your life, you're able to actually make some really rational decisions and really see things from a different light. Because I mean, if you think about it, how many decisions do we make throughout the day based off of fear? Not just fear of
Four.
physical, not like physical pain or anything like that, but like failure, fear of whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to do with. I know it completely ruled my world for fucking most of my life.
Big
It's-
same.
I think-
Big same.
I can't remember. It might have been Hendrix. Who said fear is the opposite of love? I can't remember. But anyway, that sounds really true to me. Is like you can't like be afraid and like love something because like fear
Right.
comes like control comes into fear because you're afraid of something
And
happening.
it's a biological response to literally any kind of stimuli that you
Fight or flight, baby.
You know what I
Fight
mean?
or flight.
Like when you even like if licking fucking ice cream is cold and it like shocks you, and you enjoy it because there's like a little bit of your body goes into like a little bit of a shock, a little bit of fear. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, what was that? You know what I mean? We enjoyed that shit for some reason to a certain threshold.
Oh yeah, that's.
So it's kind of strange.
I think that's you're talking about like adrenaline junkie stuff like that. I'm not like a huge adrenaline junkie, but like that for a lot of people is their like roller coasters and stuff.
Are
that
you
is
or are you
their-
not? I mean, you do like to like see hallucinations of fucking Anubis. So
I'm
I
a
mean,
psychonaut.
that in itself is adrenaline in itself. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
Adrenaline's still released,
You know
cortisol's
what?
still released.
Dude, you're hitting the that's it, man. Because it's like the roller coasters just aren't doing it for me.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It is adrenaline.
Exactly.
Though.
Like,
You're
like
right.
what gets me fucking hard?
Almost splattered
You know?
on my face.
Yeah.
This ain't good enough.
Yeah, it's just different. You're right.
Yeah.
You're like
You got a DMT
figured
kink,
out my
man.
psychology, bro.
Yeah, you got a DMT kink.
I guess so. There's
Kink sane.
yeah. I mean, that is what a psychonaut is, I guess. Because
Yeah.
what rush is there that's
I mean,
crazier
I
than
know
that?
plenty of guys that would jump out of airplanes but wouldn't fucking trip mushrooms with me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
The real
I
ones
really-
are the ones that'll do both.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Actually, I know a buddy of mine did that. He's absolutely
At the
throw
same
the
time.
fuck off. Absolutely, but he like runs. I mean, he throw the fuck off because he's like really successful and like does all this crazy shit. But he just
Yes,
seems
he's okay, he's okay.
But he seems completely fucking unhinged to
Yeah.
everybody else. But he's fucking killing it. You know.
Mhm.
So I
Good-
don't
good
know.
on him.
Maybe we're just all wrong.
That's like
He's
that
living
reminds me
his-
of
He's
Odin.
living his life.
That's the lore of Odin. Is he's the mad mad king.
Right.
He's like a complete nut job, but
Yeah.
he's king and he's
Yeah.
like a wise leader.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I think that the whole Nordic culture, I think they were just really bored. They're like, it's fucking cold. We gotta stay inside all the time. Let's come up with some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, totally. Thor and like Odin were definitely like they were like these Viking dudes, and they went out and like killed some people or like hunted, and then they came back and like fabricated these elaborate stories.
Also, being mead drunk is essentially being wine drunk,
I
and
love
that has
mead.
like a very
Because
silly
that's-
kind of energy
And
to it.
and
So
and it's honey, so it's really good for you.
And then those skalds and bards, like they're telling these fables, they're not going to tell it exactly how it happened.
Right.
Like they're trying to sell their
Right.
album. They're not
Right.
gonna fucking
Exactly. I mean that's 100%.
Yeah. I was talking to do you know Jesse and Dingo from Midgard Musings? I don't
No.
know if you know them. Shout out to Jesse and Dingo from Midgard Musings. They have a like Norse heathenry podcast based out of Murfreesboro. But
that's cool.
I was talking to them about like Jesse was talking about how these are like saga times, like the times that like people write about and like make legends of, you know? It's like these it doesn't seem like it because things can be really mundane also. Things can be
Right.
really 9 to 5, really
But maybe
organized.
maybe we're just like so complacent to this crazy shit always happening, because I mean there's a lot of crazy shit going on since we were all children. Since
Yeah.
we were all
Oh, yeah.
children,
Yeah, yeah.
we were all two.
We saw
9/11.
9/11
Yeah.
in our classrooms.
Yeah.
We're like,
I mean, and then from that started, like fucking decades-long war and shit. I mean, and government overreaching. We saw that, and the whole time we've still been managed to like acknowledge it. And with it, which other generations did, what we did differently than other generations did is we didn't fucking let that. Like we were letting it happen, but we know that it's a fucking problem, and that's why things are continuing getting worse. I think that there's going to be a huge, massive build up to some shit's going to change.
You know, it's kind of like prophetic, like biblical shit,
Yeah.
like Armageddon type
Yeah.
shit. I'm not a Christian, but there is a lot of crazy shit in the Bible that's like I don't know if we got into this. We might have got into this last time,
I can't
Michael.
remember.
But there's a thing called gematria. It's like like the Hebrew alphabet is like based around numbers.
Mhm.
So
That's like the devil's like looks like 666. Like yeah.
yeah.
I love Hebrew, so
There's a ton of cool. There's
and the devil.
the Bible, when you convert it into numbers, like if you take the letters and just make it,
Right.
it's a bunch of fucking equations and shit.
Which are why like Jews tend to be so. It's because it's ingrained in their words and their literature. That's
Yeah.
why they're so incredibly intelligent.
And what's insane about that is like me or you could like write a
And
story.
mathematics is universal. You know what I mean? The only thing we send in space is our equations. Like
Math is
they're gonna get in
something-
there like, goddamn homework. We gotta do fucking homework.
Right, we invented English, but we discovered math.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And that like
We didn't have to call it such stupid shit like Pythagorean theorem. I mean, that's kind of fucking dumb.
it could have called it
We
anything.
could have called it Alabama, just as
Yeah.
easy.
no, everyone would see through that facade real quick.
Those syllables don't sound correct.
Yeah.
Uh,
A squared plus B squared equals, I'm gonna fuck my cousin.
Yeah, that was one.
You're
of the
from
great-
Alabama, so.
Dude, I'm from a mountain town of like 3,400 people.
I was technically born in Huntsville, so we're all.
Oh,
That is not
shit.
what Huntsville is. Huntsville's significantly bigger than that, but it is.
Where are you from,
That-
Boaz?
I'm from a
Huh?
mountain too.
I'm from
Are we
close
both
to
from different
Boaz.
mountains?
Yeah,
We're both from different
I'm
mountains.
from
Damn.
Sand Mountain. I lived in Henniger.
I'm from Sleepy Mountain.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, no, like I went to school with an alarming amount of my cousins and didn't connect the dots.
Fucking-
Like I didn't
every
realize it
single
was
one of
weird to
them.
go to school with like 6 of your cousins across different grades.
Did you realize it was weird to have sex with all 6 of them?
Look, man, we don't talk anymore.
Do you realize that now that it was weird?
Yeah. Me and my therapist. If I don't have a therapist.
Oh man, your therapist would have to have a therapist.
I had a therapist for like 6 months. It's great.
They left town really fast.
I'm not.
He's in therapy.
I am by no means anti-therapy.
Yeah.
I just like haven't had one in a while.
Yeah, he has abandonment trauma from his last therapist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She won't call me back.
Damn, dude, mine won't either.
She's like the kids.
So that's one reason I stopped taking my medication is like I literally just my therapist like ghosted me, like my psychiatrist like ghosted me like just I
Nice.
was like, can you do that legally? Because I'll come to your house. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
That wow. getting ghosted by your therapist.
Yeah.
That's low. That's like down bad.
Yeah, well, not really therapists, but more like psychiatrists. They forced me to see to get this medication. I don't want to talk to this bitch. I don't want to talk to this bitch one at all. And but I had to get my prescription, and like she just like stopped answering the fucking phone.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so like I would call her like the Centerstone, which is like a free thing and I don't know if they have one up here or not, but. So to get to my medicine, they're like, yeah, we'll transfer you. And then they're just like, hang up. And I was like, I know where all of you are. I was like, just because you say you can't come in because of COVID doesn't mean your doors aren't made of fucking glass.
Yeah.
You know? So then I just stopped taking my medicine and did some deep internal search, and I'm good now.
Well, I'm glad, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's
I gotta get back to feed them though for pretty soon though. So.
You gotta get what to what?
I gotta get back to feed them. They're in the basement.
I see.
I heard that and I was like, feed 'em. I don't know where that is. Feed 'em, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's what mine.
Yeah. Feed 'em County. You ever heard of Feed 'em County?
That sounds real.
Yeah.
Feed it. No, dude, that's a real place somewhere.
Cheatham. It's right below Cheatham County.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Southerners do. They just throw vowels together and then randomly throw consonants in there. And
So
like, yeah, it's a word.
What's weird? It's weird that we brought that up, the county thing, because like last night I was hanging out with the dude. He's like, we were talking. He's like, I was talking about my grandfather. He's like, yeah, my grandfather was with the council that named all the counties. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, they just all got together and drew up lines and named all the counties. I was like,
No!
I was like, when? And he was like, told me that. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
That is.
He proved it too. I was like, wow. I was like,
Wow.
why would you name them so mundane? They're like,
Yeah.
whose last name was Murray that's spelled like that? And like,
I really like coffee. All right,
Yeah.
there you go, Joe.
Yeah.
There's Coffee County.
Yeah.
Be quiet for the rest of the meeting, please.
meth is going to be really severe here, so I'm going to call it Severe County.
Damn.
Wait, is Sevierville
Yeah.
its own county? That's where my sister
Severe is it Severe County? I don't go there.
I mean, I have a sister who lives in Sevierville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's I mean, anytime I go see her, I get to go to Dollywood, too.
All right. Who haven't we roasted on yet? Memphis. Let's talk
Memphis.
about Memphis.
Memphis knows what it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pass over Memphis.
Memphis has had a hard time.
So,
Everybody
We'll just do
Memphis-
what we've been doing, and we just won't talk about
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah, let me tell you how bad Murray County Joe is. That I was in court yesterday with the dude that was from Memphis, actually, and he was like, we just got out. I mean, I went to jail there too, and I was like, so, how is Murray County Jail compared to Memphis? He's like, Murray County Jail is fucking awful. It's a fucking dungeon. I was like, I know. It's like, why don't they tell us what time it is? We don't even know what time it is. Yeah.
I bailed a
And-
dude out of
and-
there.
and yeah, it's fucking awful. Like, it's not the people that you're in jail with. Like, they're just normal fucking people. Like, you know what I mean? It's the fact that like we're all grown ass men being held hostage by a bunch of 20-year-olds that want to become cops one day. You know what I mean? And we have to not kill them, which we could. But they're like, don't kill them. You better not fucking kill them, or you won't never get out of here. You know, it's like a psychological thing. Like we could.
This is like an open door. It's just like, don't leave.
I mean, if we
It's like
really
the Rick
wanted
and
to.
Morty episode, that was always allowed.
Yeah. So it's crazy. I mean, it's the concept of keeping a human in a room with another bunch of humans
Dude, I
that could
totally
possibly
agree.
have had violent, past
totally
or whatever.
agree.
It's like adult timeout, but in like the most fucked up way.
I-
Yeah, it's not going to make me any better. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go balls to the wall when I get out of here.
I totally agree, man. Like, I think it's really inhumane to keep someone in a cage.
And then not only that, it's the documentation of it that they attach to who you are as a person when you get out.
When you get out, yeah.
So I haven't been convicted yet, but I have a felony, and I also have a DUI. So one of the reasons why I did start doing music full time is because I had no fucking choice because I couldn't get a good job. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I worked at GM for a little bit, and then I got the felony, and like can't work there. You know what I mean? I can't. But yet I'm supposed to provide this amount of money every month, or I go to jail.
Uh-huh.
What do you want? I'm going to go rob a gas station. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not going back to jail.
Mhm.
Either you'll never see me again, or I'm going to have to do some sketchy shit to get this money you know what I mean, that you want. And you're creating this fucking environment.
That's exactly right. They're creating
Yeah.
the environment.
Yeah.
It's and why stop it? It's so lucrative. It
Yeah,
makes
'cause
them
I'm-
so much. Putting you through that is making them so much fucking money.
I promise you, I'm not going back to jail. I'm not going to prison. Like I'll have a standoff before I go back to jail. They're like, it's a speeding ticket, dude. Like, yeah, come on. But seriously, I would not go back to jail.
Maybe we can find a rabbit hole for you to hop down.
Yeah, the rabbit hole is called welding 3/4 inch steel fucking place to a bulldozer and tearing down the fucking city hall and the fucking police station.
I
That's
feel
the
like
rabbit
that
hole.
would
Right.
complicate things.
Killdozer doesn't
Killdozer.
complicate anything. Bulldozer's
remember
easy. If
Killdozer.
you can weld,
Look at him. It's Killdozer.
if you can weld, you can Killdozer.
Shit, I forgot about Killdozer.
Dude, that's an insane story.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was. I mean, he was.
Is this what is
It's
Colorado,
basically
right?
it's basically like it's a true story. That the underlying point is that bureaucracy and metropolitan governments don't have shit against a bulldozer.
Yeah, you just summed up the whole. An armor-plated
Yeah,
bulldozer
Yeah.
to just
Where did
cause
this
like
happen?
he welded himself
Colorado.
in Colorado. He welded himself.
Okay.
I mean, he's basically this town destroyed everything that he had worked for, but they didn't destroy his fucking bulldozer.
Yeah, you goddamn right they did.
Yeah.
So he plowed through this.
Plowed
Dude,
through this
there's
fucking
footage of it,
town.
man.
Plowed through the whole fucking city,
Oh, man.
tore it down, and
Holy
ended up.
shit.
He welded himself into it. He killed himself inside of it. Right? Isn't that what
Yeah,
happened?
I think something got. He didn't run out of fuel. Something got caught in the treads, and he got stuck, and they couldn't get to him,
Yeah.
but he wasn't going anywhere, and
Yeah.
I think he just took himself out.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kamikaze himself.
Yeah.
But I mean, he caused I don't think he hurt anybody, but he caused millions of dollars of property damage.
Yeah. Even
He
if
was. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but he was like a property owner, if I remember right, and he got muscled out by codes, and he was pissed
Yeah,
off at the
yeah.
government.
basically just like a metropolitan bureaucracy bullshit, which is something that, I mean, even playing music in Columbia, which is right next to Nashville, that they have problems with.
You ever play that one weird little library in Columbia? I can't remember what it's called.
Library,
Yeah, it's
like
like
the
a
Murray
library.
County Library.
No, I'm sorry, not a library, a bookstore. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, downtown.
Uh huh.
I was going to say play music in a library. I feel like that's like the
No,
most.
that's like
That's
sacrilegious.
yeah, I was like, holy shit.
I play music.
They're like, shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
I played music in a courthouse.
Dude, that'd be metal as
Yeah.
fuck. Just
Yeah.
do your set in a fucking library.
Dude, that's an idea.
So, there's this place.
Dude, I know a librarian could not physically remove me from the library. You know? They're not going to try, though. But they might call the police.
There's a venue in Rock Hill, South Carolina that's called the Courthouse that's had it's a giant courtroom, but they've taken out all the pews and everything, so it's just the velvet carpet, and you set up, and it's kind of like a house show, but in a courtroom. It's super DIY.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, wow.
nice.
I've done a comedy set in a courtroom, and they did not think that shit was funny at all.
What'd you open with?
I said, you want to hear a good rape joke? And they said, no. I said, then you don't understand how rape jokes work.
You want to play the rape?
they didn't like it?
They didn't like it. No one likes that. Who would like that joke? I don't even like that joke. I hate myself for making that joke. I call myself to
You're telling me all you got was crickets. Shit.
Yeah. No, all I got was probation. No, I didn't say that shit. I would not do that. Judge Sands is a fucking hard ass. He would murder me. I went to school with his son. I mean, did drugs with his son. So.
Does he know that?
Huh?
Does he know that?
He's gonna pretend like he doesn't.
Okay,
Even if
that's
he's
fair.
Send him a link. He knows now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lee.
Shout out to the judge.
Slowly.
I know you're trying to be a lawyer now, but
So, let's bring it back around to. We talked about how you have to be a fucking idiot not to believe in extraterrestrial aliens.
right.
What are your thoughts on?
I wouldn't say extraterrestrial aliens as far as capable of travel, but I would say life just as far, even to the most minute definition of the term. You know what I mean? Like
like
even
bacterial
like
life
or
outside.
anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean anything. I mean mathematically, it's impossible for.
I hear
it
you.
not to-
That makes a lot of sense. There's got to. I mean, I think they have found bacterial life on the moon and shit.
Yeah, I think you're right, or something. I think in the vacuum of actually in the vacuum of space.
Oh, really?
I think they found something. Greg was telling me about it. A lot of weird shit like that.
I found out.
Greg likes shit like that.
Yeah.
I found out the other day that, when stars collapse and make supernovas, it's so much power there that it shoots out new elements, and that's how new elements are made.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do with the Hadron Collider. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
Either that or they're trying to summon demons scientifically. I don't know. I'm more
Probably
of
both.
I'm more of a pentagram, baby blood on the floor kind of guy.
Okay, well, I was about to ask you, what do you think about interdimensional, let's say spirits? What are your thoughts on that?
You're asking someone who literally hallucinates. So
That's why I'm asking you, because I feel like I don't know if Like, do you?
I mean, I can't really give you a solid answer because I don't know.
I got you.
But I mean, have I witnessed some weird shit that I can't explain? Absolutely no. Was that a projection of my own psyche? Was that real? I can't fucking tell
That's
you.
exactly.
I'm smart enough to admit that I'm ignorant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's exactly right. I think it's only a crazy person that thinks they understand, thinks
Right.
they know, especially these very abstract concepts.
Yeah, I think people that are like, I don't believe in ghosts. I think those people will even have they're basically going to convince themselves, even if they do see a ghost or
That
whatever.
is-
Even,
mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's a good point.
I just try to keep an open mind to basically, I don't understand anything at all. Even things that I'm very knowledgeable about, I'm 100% open to. Only because like in music, for example, the only reason that I got where I'm at, technically, you know, like what I'm able to do musically was from just shutting the fuck up, admitting that I don't know shit, and watching and being around other musicians without any jealousy or any hindrance of my own ego. So I mean, I think you should carry that with you in every fucking facet of life.
Especially something like science, like what we're talking about, is like the understanding of the universe. Is like kind of like what you're saying. I've had experiences, like many, where I've encountered spirits, but I always keep in my mind that I might be hallucinating, even if that's not at all what it seems to me.
Right.
Like keep that in my mind.
Yeah.
Or something even like DMT, like meeting entities like
even
that.
if you are projecting it, right? And you're projecting if you're manifesting the spirit or something that's giving you information that you didn't know or whatever, you're essentially giving that life. Essentially, you're creating that, so and that coming from your spirit. So I mean, technically, it could be classified as a spirit. And I know that energy can be residual, right? We can manifest residual energy into a room. If I just got done fucking cutting someone's head off and hid their body under the couch and put their head behind the couch and someone walked in, people are going to know something weird is up. There's an imprint of what just happened left there. And that can last for a very long
Unless you
time.
just forget about
Or I don't even know if you realize it, but like when one of you gets off stage, that's the same vibe.
Right.
It's like there is a...
Which makes me very uncomfortable, which is probably my least favorite part about everything.
You don't like the afterglow? You don't like the stage high?
No.
Hmm.
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I don't. I mean, I don't, because I don't like people feeding off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm not saying that I don't, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
sounds really arrogant. I'm not trying to seem like that way. It's just the fact that I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's emotions ever in my life.
Well, I mean, you make some very emotional content. Maybe you're not trying... I can tell that that's coming... You're not necessarily trying to invoke something in that. You're just expressing what's inside of you.
Yeah, I wish that I could do it from an outside perspective and put it there, and everyone's looking at that, and I'm looking at it with them. But I can't do that all the time, you know?
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could enjoy it, like, watch it with them, and me be completely disconnected from what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how it works.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Because everything has a creator. We're very creative. Like, as humans, we're always like, you know, like, where did that come from? Who made that?
Yeah.
How did this come about? We ask too many goddamn questions.
Even if you did something anonymous, like that's just gonna cause
Yeah.
Well, that's like
Yeah, I mean, they're still trying to figure out who the fuck Shakespeare is.
Yeah.
That dude, he's making up words and shit. Come on, man. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Pretty sure Shakespeare was like a fucking an innuendo about shaking your dick after you piss. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
That's one of the theories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But that's what they used to call it. Like,
that's so funny. It was trolling.
He's basically just like wagging his dick at the world.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's like showing his dick to the world. He's like, you know, throwing his balls on the fucking table and shit.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah, but tale as old as time.
That's very like Machiavellian.
Yeah.
Shakespeare, more metal than people think.
Yeah.
Kind of a badass.
He's like the Guar of his time.
Shakespeare, like the Guar of his time.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah.
Shakespeare in the park.
Yeah. Me and Michael actually had an idea for a band, if he ever has time again to be a human again, called Hateful Dead, which is just metal covers of Grateful Dead songs.
We would be competing with Grateful Shred. I feel like I don't know what Grateful Shred is. I just know they exist. I'm assuming it's like hair metal Grateful Dead.
No, I'm talking about like fucking like I'm talking about like the Job for a Cowboy of
hell
Grateful
yeah,
Dead
right,
songs.
yeah, okay. That would
Make it
go over
happen.
real well.
Yeah, like tune your guitar in A. Like, what is that? Is he playing aluminum foil? What is that?
Is he playing a slinky?
Yeah.
Wow. But like it's the same like crowd vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Everyone looks the same. Everyone's dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love this song.
People are selling grilled cheeses in the lot.
Yeah, everyone's wearing tie-dye.
Yeah.
No, not
Made with blood.
Yeah.
Everything's red tie-dye. They're like, this is very...
It's like somewhere in between Grateful Dead and Death Clock.
Yeah.
That is like what I want.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
What a concept. Bring that into fruition. Yeah.
I would love to. It's just hard to find two metal drummers to be in the same band.
Yeah. It's hard to find drummers.
Yeah, it is. It is. I know that it really isn't. They're always in like 7 different bands. So.
Yeah.
It's like they're enslaved. If you become a drummer, you're like basically an indentured servant for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's...
They're forced you. It's like you spent the time, you bought all this expensive ass shit, and you learned to play drums. You're gonna play drums with me because you owe it to me.
We need you more than any other member, but we need you to also carry all your shit over here.
Yep. Every time. I'm not helping you. No.
Yeah.
I don't know where your cymbal
A
bag is.
good
Shut the
drummer.
fuck up.
That's high demand, I'm sure right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know where your cymbal bag is.
Yeah. Poor Greg. He I help him carry his shit though, but that's always his biggest thing when I'm like, dude, why don't you bring your drums in? Because we can practice and have a practice space. We can like literally go all night.
Yeah.
Like, cause, there's no stipulation. I live in the middle of the fucking woods. No one's gonna say shit. And if they are, they're trespassing. I'll kill them. So like, he doesn't want to do it just
Everyone
because.
knows that.
So he doesn't want to do that just because he doesn't want to move his shit. I was like, I'll move it for you. He's like, yeah, but it's just like the whole thing of surrounding moving it. I'm like, that must be really traumatic for you to have to move that shit every time.
What are you guys listening to recently?
You go first.
I've just now been getting into Natural Child. I didn't know they existed. You kept telling me to listen to them a couple times. I listened to Okie Dokie all the way through, and I was like, this literally just sounds like the Grateful Dead. Like, to me, it's like so good vibes all around. That and the new Pond album's good, and Pine Act. You showed me Pine Act. They're pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're like very punky and poppy without being pop punk. You know what I mean? It's like punky, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like the Hives.
Pop, but not cringy. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
but
like
it's not pop punk though, by
Okay.
any means. It's like pop music and punk music, but not in the genre pop.
I'd also
Okay.
put it in like
Okay.
the post grunge category, but just because of how thick the guitars
Right,
are,
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's what I like about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to get back into rock music after I've kind of been on exclusively a hip hop trip for like a long time now, so to find some rock music.
Yeah, he
that
started
makes me-
selling crack and shit. We were like, Michael, we gotta have a talk.
Yeah.
I'm trapping.
You gotta start crying at night more.
Yeah. I keep the strap, homie.
Yeah.
It's got to do right.
Yeah, we keep it hard out here.
Michael, are you showing colors? Like, what are you doing, dude?
I'm not. This outfit's gray as fuck. What are you talking about?
I try my best to wear monochromatic colors.
Don't want anything to get misconstrued out
I'm
here.
sorry, Alice. I didn't mean it. It was a
Don't
joke.
want anyone to have any misconceptions about where my loyalty lies.
So I don't wear tie-dye anymore because I don't want to start a war. You know?
Oh shit! Yeah. What does tie dye mean?
Yeah.
It's like a complete anarchist. Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
or the opposite.
I rep every color.
It means you're super open-minded except to other people that don't believe what you believe.
Open-minded to these specific
Yeah.
ideas.
I'm so open-minded because I believe in this and this and this, but because you believe that, you're wrong.
You just reminded me of.
I'm gonna find this other box to jump into.
Yeah.
Richard Dawkins had. He's like a famous atheist dude.
He's very atheist.
Yeah.
He doesn't even believe in himself. No.
Yeah. No. He he had he was. Fuck. Why did I bring him up? Shit.
There's no point because there's no God.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Checkmate, atheists.
Well, I can't remember if this is what I was going to say, but one thing he did talk about a lot was, like, even though he's, like, a really famous atheist, probably, like, one of the most famous atheists, he talked about how there's no such thing as, like, real atheism, as it's a sliding scale of agnosticism.
Okay.
Right, I can see it's like a spectrum.
Yeah.
I see that.
So, like, he's saying basically no one is 100% atheist, including himself. It's like, I severely doubt the idea of, like, an intelligent creator.
So atheism and autism have more in common than I thought.
I feel like atheism for the individual's like spiritual journey. Not that I have anything against anyone who's full on atheist, but I feel like it is like
Closing yourself off.
yeah, but it's also like the most natural step because a lot of us, especially here in the Southeast, right? Because a lot of us start out having Christianity shoved down our throats, regardless of how we feel about it.
Yeah.
We break away from that. We're like, that's so stupid. God's stupid. I understand everything now.
I've tried to have Christianity shoved out of my throat, which is what I mean by that is my dad went to this rehab, and it was a very like dedicated. They were like, it was like a black church, and they were like, their music was fucking awesome first off, but it just lasted a long time. Like it would last until like the afternoon. I'm like, we've been here since like fucking 8 o'clock. But they tried to force me, like the preacher tried to force me to speak tongues. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not feeling that. I'm like, I'm not going to just start saying non-existent words to appease you, to make you think that you put the spirit of the Lord in me. I'm not doing it. He got fucking mad. He's like, you're going to do it. And I was like, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not speaking in fucking tongues for you, pastor. It's fucking 2 o'clock. I've been here since 8 o'clock. I'm fucking hungry. I want to go.
We're supposed to eat after church. What the
I'm
fuck
not going
is
to be
this?
speaking in tongues. I'm going to be using my tongue to chase some fucking barbecue, man. We need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but that was a really scary experience. I was like, they're trying to indoctrinate me into doing this. I was like, that's pretty scary. This is how cults happen.
Oh yeah, he and I both were raised Jehovah's Witnesses. So.
Holy shit, you're the third Jehovah's Witness I know now.
They're out
Nick
here.
Stacy is a Jehovah's Witness I didn't know about, which is weird.
We out here.
Yeah.
We out here, guys.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, like that one specifically is a cult.
Do you have trauma when you knock on the door and someone opens it and starts closing it?
That's bedroom. That's not the bathroom. This is the bathroom.
How many miles do you think you put on a bike?
No,
that's Mormons.
Oh, okay. You both were raised Jehovah's Witnesses? So
yeah.
did you go, is this like your Rumspringa? Are you escaping?
Yeah, man. I'm going back. This is wrong. You know. This is,
yeah, I'm only going to go back to believing that only 100,000 people go to heaven. I was more comfortable than that. And I'm not one of them, but I'm going to spread the word.
No,
That's
man,
scary
like,
to me.
I've been possessed. I've also done DMT. But you know what? Fuck all that. I'm just going to go back to thinking that there's this...
Dude,
like,
I feel like I've been possessed before. For sure. For sure.
And
like, not actually possessed, but I mean, I feel like it's a possibility. I'll say that. Like,
yeah, there's different kinds. I mean, like it's definitely real.
The reason why I say that
happens.
is because, like, I was such a severe alcoholic that, like, I would drink so fucking much. And now, when I got sober and went through, like, I'm not sober anymore. Like, I'll drink alcohol, but now, like, it doesn't even mean shit to me. I can drink a few beers and, like, not even think about it. Like, I have no desire to, like, get drunk like that anymore. And they would say, like, once you're an addict, you can never touch alcohol again. And I thought that I was like that.
Was it
you know what I
liquor?
mean? Liquor, yeah. I mean, I can still drink liquor, though, and still not.
But, like, would you get to a certain, like...
I drank...
Almost like a blackout point
I would drink
where
a
you
fifth of
start
vodka
to
a
love
day.
violence?
I drank a fifth of vodka a day, and I was blacking out. I mean, I drank so much that I actually went through I got pulled over, had a DUI, like, field test or whatever, and passed it. And I drank a fifth of vodka that day, working. And, like, that's how much that that was my normal. You know what I mean?
Did
So,
you ever
like,
get to, like, really, really rageful moments?
Yeah,
There's a
I
reason
had
they
two
call it
assault
spirits.
charges on my record.
Where you would, like... In the mindset, though, at the time, you loved violence?
Yeah, I had 2 assault charges on my record, and it's like, I mean, it was ruining my life. I mean, around it, but once I got to the point where, you know, I had to go through a huge healing process, but now I can drink again and enjoy alcohol, and that's something that goes against every creed of anything about being an alcoholic. But that is something that I've been able to experience. You know, I have no problem whatsoever with
I
alcohol
think it
at
takes
all.
psychedelics or a real understanding of where you were at to be able to enjoy that again.
Which, I mean, I went completely clean for about 9 months with nothing at all, except for cigarettes, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever been addicted to, honestly.
That's
Yeah.
a whole
So
other
it's
level
still
of
free.
vice.
Yeah, and I've been addicted to stimulants, heroin, and alcohol at the same time, which was fucking crazy.
You know what's crazy is, like, I never started smoking cigarettes, but I started spliffing my weed with tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten to a point where I don't even want weed if I
don't have
that.
Yeah, nicotine's fucking crazy. I've had jungle tobacco like shot up my nose by a well-known bass player, and it was like, I thought that I
I
couldn't
was
enjoy
there.
nicotine.
Saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? He's like, it's like jungle tobacco. I was like, okay, cool. It was cool though. Like, it was like weird because I was like, you could actually. But my point is that there's a purpose for it, and the way that we're using tobacco is like not
Yeah.
what it was fucking meant for.
I
at
think
all.
you were telling me about that.
I was going to bring it, and then I
Oh,
forgot
shit.
it. I was going
Where
to
did it
bring
live?
both the Hape and my tarot cards last time, and I forgot. So I forgot to bring the Hape again this
Hey,
time.
It'll happen.
It will happen.
That's cool. I'd like to do that.
It's pretty incredible. I was trying to be good about doing it as part of my morning routine, just because like again, it's not like other tobacco where you want to do it a lot because like it kind of hurts, but I don't know, it just like really centers you.
There's a sacrifice.
Normally, yeah, there's a sacrificial element to it, and normally it gives you some kind of like minor breakthrough on something. Like I've had two especially powerful experiences with it. Normally those were facilitated by someone else. The personal ones are cool but different.
It's weird
You
to blow
control-
air to your nose through your mouth.
Yeah, and also you control the dosage, which is like a thing I'm still trying to figure out, because like too little's not enough, too much really, really hurts. And the thing I hate the most is like the first time I tried to do it, I just fucking blew it in my eye.
Oh, dude, it
And so it's
burns.
like, ah!
Yeah, it shit
Oh,
burns so
fuck.
bad.
So you're like, I can't tell if I'm overwhelmed at the beauty of life or in pain. Both. It's always both.
It's always both.
It's always both.
That's I think to enjoy beauty, you have to see some really fucking.
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh, no doubt. Like art exists.
Like no, that's a great band, No Doubt. I love No Doubt. Like I can enjoy No Doubt because I've seen fucking what's it like Black Eyed Peas.
You can enjoy No Doubt because the Black Eyed Peas
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
All right, that's fair.
Like yin and yang.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean.
I know.
That's yeah, like no, without like art is there to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable.
And Disturbed does not comfort me anymore now
Yeah.
that we're past middle
Yeah.
school.
Oh wow.
Does it comfort you?
No.
Then maybe it's not art.
Yeah.
Hey man, I've got some Disturbed tickets. I'm good.
Damn. So someone broke into your house and left you Disturbed tickets?
That's fucking crazy, man. Call the cops.
Man, they
Put me in jail?
I stole my fucking cat. What's really fucked up
All
is they left
Disturbed tickets are
yeah.
Schedule 1 narcotics.
Yeah. Yeah. It's where it's like getting caught with child porn.
It's like, yeah, you're either gonna get you're either gonna get a job or you're going to jail for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what happened to Chuck? He got caught with Disturbed concert ticket
Oh,
receipts
shit.
on his computer.
Well,
Check
fuck him
his
then.
Spotify. Fucking #1 artist of the year he's been listening to.
Well, he's
been
dead
away
to
for
me.
a long time. He's dead. Yeah. Sick.
Sick fuck. I never would have guessed.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
You guys know Richard Cheese?
Dude, yeah. I love that version that he does.
Yeah. Come
That was on
on,
Dawn of the Dead. The first time I heard it was at the end.
Oh man, I guess that's where
Yeah,
I've heard it from
yeah,
too.
It was
Yeah.
at the end of Dawn of the Dead. I was like, this is fucking cool. Yeah. It's like lounge music. Have you heard it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know the name of the artist, but I'm
Yeah.
very
Dick
familiar
Cheese.
with that cover.
Richard Cheese.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we have been all over the map today.
It's been an hour and a half already. Holy shit.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Did we do DMT?
No, that would be 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's got some intravenous. We are all in intravenous
It's that fucking
DMT right
fentanyl
now.
he gave us.
Yeah.
I'm cut.
Well, this has been fun, guys. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you 30th. We'll see you on the 5th. Looking forward to what you guys are going to do going forward, making things.
Yeah, we're knee deep in recording an EP right now. Singles coming out in February. Full release is going to be after that, and then straight into a world tour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I would love that.
Yeah.
I just want to go to Germany just so that a bunch of people that don't understand what I'm saying would appreciate it.
I feel like we can find that in plenty of parts of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
Dude,
like, you know,
everyone speaks English in Germany.
yeah, it's true. Everybody speaks English everywhere. Like,
Oh,
it's crazy.
yeah.
It's kind of insane. Like that.
I'm
fact
trying
that
to
we only know one language, really.
I'm trying to send you over to Taiwan.
Like, are we
But
stupid?
English
Are we
is going
dumb?
away.
Did you spend time in Germany, or was it, I thought it was Sweden?
I was in Switzerland.
That's
Oh,
cool as
Switzerland.
shit.
It's like a 30-minute drive to Germany.
Yeah.
We
Actually-
go grocery shopping in Germany.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
In Germany, they speak High German and Swiss German. Or in Switzerland, it's Swiss German.
High
which is-
German, which is because they're like
It's
it's a
just
hash.
like a... No.
Hi, German.
They're just like real proper
Oh,
in their
okay.
pronunciation.
Oh,
Kinda
not
like-
Their
high.
nose up, kind of.
Kind of like how
So
Like kind of like they were gonna start two massive world
Yeah,
war
and the
wars that
Swiss
killed
are like
everybody.
the farmer Germans.
Yeah.
kind of like how Spain's Spanish and like South America's Spanish are two different types of Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as drastic.
kind of like how Southern English is different from
Yeah.
like Cockney British.
Dude, I was at where were we? I was somewhere and I was like, these motherfuckers can't understand a goddamn thing I'm saying, and like they were like from fucking Massachusetts.
My
They were treating me like I was fucking stupid. And I
my
was
favorite dialect moments have been two instances on tour. One where like my homie was we were in a cafe and he wanted a slice of pie with his coffee. And he was like, "Can I get a slice of pie?" And they're like, "What'd you say?" And he's like, "Pie." And they were like, "Come over here, say it again, pie."
Ah,
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, you want some pie?" And Christian's like, made him feel bad. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, stop making fun of us.
It's like I may have been raised on a
Damn.
farm, but I can still kick your ass.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's kinda fucked up.
I had that happen in Wisconsin when I tried to order a Coke. I was like, "Yo, can I get a Coke?" And they're like, "Oh, you want a Coke, eh?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I do. That's
Yeah.
why I asked for that."
I've been told several times in my life that I'm the fastest speaking Southern person they've ever met. I guess because like
Hey, you should do
Country
auctions, dude.
yeah
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
I got made fun of people from Kentucky. They were like, "You're from Tennessee. You talk slow."
Oh, Kentucky's got no room to talk.
I mean they don't learn to talk till they're 5.
They put
Yeah.
bourbon and Mountain Dew in their bottles.
Yeah. Not even bourbon anymore. It's just straight methamphetamine. They just don't sleep and hate themselves all the fucking time.
Are you guys familiar with the phenomenon of dew mouth?
No.
It's like a thing. Like, so in the town where they make Mountain Dew, they put like Mountain Dew in baby bottles sometimes, and so
Wow.
like the kids will grow up and they'll have circular rotting teeth because of how much Mountain Dew they fucking drink.
Oh, my
Why would they?
God.
Why would you ever put any kind of soda in a fucking baby bottle?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like a rural town where they don't, they have a big company that's providing a lot of jobs, so Mountain Dew can't be bad.
yeah, okay. Like in my small town, there's GM.
Yeah.
You know, we're not making babies drive themselves to the fucking doctor and shit.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe we should.
Maybe they
Maybe
need to pull.
yeah,
maybe
maybe
the
they
babies
should.
need to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps.
Yeah, my
and start
son's
getting
my
their shit
son's
together.
my
Yeah.
son's hitting 8 months old. He's time for him to learn to fucking drive.
He needs to drive. He needs to pay taxes.
You
He
gonna
needs
learn
to
to-
learn
yeah.
the value of hard work.
You're gonna learn to
You know.
you're gonna learn to total a Mustang like your damn daddy.
Equal rights means you have to pay your taxes. You got come on,
Yeah.
children.
Yep.
Yeah, let's. Why did we ever do away with like child labor? Like, come on.
Normalize
I mean, we
normal
did.
labor.
Eventually, China's just gonna pass us. So
Did we
far.
do away with child labor? Because I had to work as a child. No,
Well,
my parents must have not got the memo. Of,
you're on a farm, like
Yeah.
doing farm stuff.
Yeah, I feel like child labor only really applies to factories.
yeah, which is crazy because it's a lot harder to bale hay than fucking push a button and
That's
shit.
true.
So I mean, I feel like we kind of got the shit into the deal. As far as being from the rural, they're like, yeah, you got to feed these horses and climb into the loft where there's huge spiders throw all these hay bales down that weigh more than you do. It's like, I'd rather work in a factory.
Yeah, like I didn't sign up for this shit. You
Can I
had
make
me.
textiles now? Yeah. Cut my finger off. I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh, that's dark. That's dark.
And on that note, October 30th at Exit In?
5 spot.
5 spot, sorry.
You've tried to say goodbye like 5 times now. You're not getting
Yeah,
out of here.
no.
This is
Well,
Southern
I mean, hey,
goodbye.
Yeah, this is Southern goodbye.
the only reason I'm doing it is I know you gotta go do something.
We haven't even hugged 4
for-
times yet.
But, yeah, I'd love to have you guys on again sometime, talk more.
We'd love to be on.
Alice, don't be late for those very important dates that I already mentioned, and we'll put links down in the description for. See you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.